We can probably imagine where your life would be without your tattoos, but it'd be like, well, you take footballer off football. You take Formula One off Lewis Hamilton or something. That's lived the life and it's their career. It's like, where would I be without my tattoos? Yeah, I'd probably have a different career path or something. But I think I knew I always wanted them, and it's become my life. It's who I am as a person, not just to look at. I love tattoos. I loved artwork, and my family had them, so I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that you could put artwork on the body. And at 9, I was in Australia and New Zealand and saw Maori tribe people with it all over their face, and I was like, whoa, cool. And I think that inspired me even more to know I wanted them one day, because I thought I'd never ever have another tattoo ever again after the first, because it was so painful. So I didn't set out to look like this. And body art is my name, but I have got artwork on my body, so that's where that name and philosophy comes from, really. But it's caused a few little issues. Government nil, body art one. They wanted to refuse me giving me a passport, and common sense to them was, oh, we'll give you a passport, but in your birth name. I legally changed my name, the legal route, and it split not just the nation. When it went viral around the world, made like world news. People were split on it, saying, it is a crazy name, but I've done it all legally. I get called King, I get called Body, I get called Bart, and I meet friends from years ago and people, and they still say my birth name, which then I have to remind them, I changed my name. So, please respect it. If you don't respect it, I'm not going to talk to you. I never set out on doing a world record. These needle gangsters approached me, said I was probably the right character for them, and I didn't say yes, I didn't say no there and then. I thought about it, and even right up until a couple of days before, I wasn't 100% sure whether I was going to be doing the world record for them.
Listen, the world record, as you heard, it was very, very stressful, but I did it. Does that make, we've done it. We've got the Guinness Book of Records won't acknowledge it, but in fact we have done it. It's the Needle Gangsters, yeah?
Al Park, Mr. Smart has won a prize. Should be, the first thing he's won the tattoo convention in 20 years. 100! That's 120. You're going to go around as well? Not now.
Tattoos hurt, so I'm not going to lie, and I know this is going to really hurt, so because it's 36 tattoo artists all round me while I'm suspended, and I know it's going to hurt. Waddle, we're doing this. It's going to hurt.
Oh, you won't have any power here. I fucking switched it on. Right, it's fucking obvious you've got no power. We're one artist short. Yeah, you're jumping. What's your name?
Laura. This is fucking mad. Everyone's got power. This is weird. Hang on! Put your hand back a bit. You need 8.
I know you need these. Fucking hell, I've got one foot.
Look at everyone right now. Hang on, mate. Right. Are we going? Certain celebrity status figures have come out and said that it's a pleasurable pain. It's not pleasurable for me, I tell you.
No, wait on the count. Fuck me, these people.
I was glad when it was over, and then they done me again. And then it was over, and then they done me a third time because they weren't ready, and I was quite glad when they cut the power, to be fair.
Mark, turn the power off, will you? Mark, turn the power off. Right.
They were all just going in at different times and stages on me. So we've done the record, we've done half a world record, and then we've done the world record.
On the count of 3, right, we are going to tattoo body art 36 people away. 3, 2, 1, go! When you've done the number, step away, please. Thank you very much. A very, very brave man. 36 artists at one time. Big round of applause for this man. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? The man took it. Wait, it's a fucking number. You ain't doing the right shot ceiling, you. Wait! Can we have a chair? Have a chair. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big round of applause for a man that's took a lot of pain in the short course of time.
It was over as almost as it started, but it was a bit, it was a bit tense at some point.
Left toe. Left. So you stand still.
And now we've got all this crazy lot wanting to
I don't want to be a celebrity and I don't want to be a superstar, but I've been all over the world and I'm all over the world media-wise. So let's create a little bit of English history and go with international celebrity.
That's awesome, dude.
Cool. You got some more this year, haven't you, mate? That's good. More paint. Mate, alright. You know what? I knew it was going to hurt. Obviously, it's needles, lots of needles, everywhere, at the same time, and it was everything I thought it was, and a bit.
Strangely, people stare at you more. And people say you've done it for an attention reason. Well, obviously I've explained briefly on my philosophy as a young child and wanting to go to it, not for attention reasons. Some friends are like, they don't always agree with the tattoos and my lifestyle, but a lot of them are quite accepting. I think more so my mum rather than my dad. I think my dad's the one that really doesn't get his head around the concept of it and stuff, even though he's got one. And I had a big argument about him about the flesh tunnel the other day, well, last night to be fair. So I don't think he understands the body modification history, the culture, the fact that I'm into it so much. And he always sees, I'm my parents' child, and I'll always be their child regardless of how old I am, and they love me. But at the same time, he's also an ignorant bastard, really. And I say that because my dad is my hero. I love my dad. People can verbally abuse you as well. So, like, when I do a media article or put something out there, whether it's a news article or newspaper, television, people respond online. They've got a right to freedom of speech, but sometimes people go above that and they abuse you verbally. Mentally disturbed this guy is without knowing you, and then calling you all the names under the sun. Happens when you're out as well. When you're out about, it doesn't matter if you're in what I call the greatest city, because I'm biased, I'm a Mr. Birmingham, in Birmingham. There was an incident in 2009. We were outside where we are now filming in my home. I was coming back home from doing some shopping. Funny enough, on the opposite side of the road where you guys are filming me now, and there's a police station. So not the likely place that you think you're ever going to be attacked. But a guy came up to me, stabbed me, and ran off. Later, when the police caught him, because it's on the main road outside a police station, I was left bleeding to death. Managed to get into the police station, and the rest is history. I'm here now talking to you. Every day's a bonus. That's almost been 7 years. But yeah, that was a serious hate crime incident, because he turned round to them and said he was defending himself. In other words, I was attacking him, but it was all proved later in court that he stabbed me from one side, all the the forensics, that he just blatantly attacked me for whatever reason. And then he came out and said that he didn't like the way I looked. But yeah, people do judge, and it's like, it's wrong, really.
Next world record, I don't know, maybe we'll tattoo 1 million turtles or something on me, I don't know. Huh? Million turtles and a frog. Sea creatures, I don't know. I say I see creatures, people think I am a creature. Huh? Cool.